Board games, board games is what I'm talking about. Board games, but I'm not gonna shout. Actually, today that was a joke. I'm not talking about board games, I'm more talking about the smoke. But maybe board games will pop up as well. Board games and LARPs are both things that are swell. The LARP is an event going on in the city, and soon, like tonight, that's where I will be. The smoke in London is what I'm talking about. The smoke's an event for LARPs in London, and I'm not gonna shout. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. I am Bez, and it's 10 a.m. UK-ish. Time for Busy Beats and Board Game Blether. So, today, as I just said, I'm talking about the smoke. What is the smoke? Well, if you've seen the title of this video, you'll know it is a LARP event in London. And I am not going to be talking about this event from any particular place of authority. I am a volunteer, I help out as much as I can, and I'm also writing a LARP that will be played tomorrow, which is very exciting and slightly scary. But yeah, what I say is not in any way connected with the official stance of the smoke or anything. So, with that said, it's a brilliant thing, and I'll tell you more about it in a minute. But first of all, recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. So, recent highlights, I mean, this isn't a recent highlights, but an event, and I came back to London, train, stuck in Preston for like 4 hours, it was kind of ridiculous. Eventually got back home just after midnight when I was meant to be in London for like, yeah, it was meant to be 7:20, I think I was meant to arrive. Instead, I arrived like 5 hours later and a bit more knackered than I would have been. I managed to do wee bits of writing for the different characters, so I have done a wee bit of progress. I did do a wee bits of sleeping, but yeah, not enough writing. Um, Other stuff, nothing major that I'm going to say. So let's talk about the smoke and why it's a brilliant thing. Brilliant thing. It's a little thing which is brilliant. So the smoke is brilliant because LARP is brilliant and people are brilliant. And yeah, eating food and talking to people is brilliant. And all of these things happen at the smoke. So let's see, I get there are 4 LARPs that happen on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. There's a wee bit of a pre-party, so on Friday evening from 6 p.m. people gather and there are meal times and everyone's free to then explore these fictional universes in character. And some of these LARPs are really troubling and depressing. Like, I played a LARP last time, I want to say 2019, was that the last time it ran, really? I thought it was 2020, I'm not sure. It was 2 or 3 years ago, anyway. I think I played a LARP about incarceration and, yeah, the problems that go on in mental health institutes when you're kept there against your will. Um, I played another LARP which was about robots and the notion of free will. There might be something which is more comedic and has a bit more levity. There's all sorts of different tones, but what all these LARPs have in common is that generally they're fairly low production. There's no whizzy special effects, although there might be, like in the case of one of them, a slideshow or something. But they're fairly low production. You don't need to dress up. All you need to do is make sure that you're ideally in dark clothing. And neutral clothing, something that doesn't draw loads of attention to yourself. That's, sorry, let me. And it's within this framework that you then get the shared world building in a fictional universe, and then you get the shared time to talk about things in the real universe. So during the meal times, obviously, you're no longer playing a game, you're real people, and that's kind of what it is. What is the smoke? To me, yes, it's about the 4 LARPs that you play. That's a big part of it. But it's also about the people that you're with. It's about the connections. It's about the stories. It's about having a good time with other people and people who are all storytellers, and you're all collaborating to share this story, and then you forge deeper human connections. And that's why the smoke is a brilliant thing. I am probably going to do a very quick 5-10 minute stream tomorrow and Saturday. Then I'll do a proper debrief on Monday. But for now, to wrap up, let me ask the question of the day. Question of the day. Here's a little question before we go on our way. So, my question is, when was the last time you played a LARP? For me, I think that it might be like a good 2 or 3 years ago. Last time I was at the Smoke. I don't get chance to play LARP so often. So if you have played LARP, let me know in the comments. Have you ever played a LARP? Would you like to play a LARP? And yeah, what if you have? Then what do you enjoy? If you haven't, then what's stopping you? Other than that, over to you. What are you up to? You can share, but only if you want to. So, what are you going to be doing after this show? Is there something fun and frivolous? Is there something super serious? Let me know. So, personally, I am going to go to the playtest meetup. I'm not going to be playing board games necessarily today. I certainly didn't bring any of my own, but I think that I prefer working in a sort of open, shared environment, if you know what I mean. So, I'll go there, finish my writing, maybe play a quick board game from someone else, then head over to the pre-party. Yay, to the smoke. And that is me. So recap and wrap up before we finish up. So to recap and wrap up, the smoke is a great time. And if you're in London, UK next year, or if you're able to come here, then I encourage you to visit. It's really good fun. And the range of games are really good. And yeah, we'll see how it works for now. If you want to check me out, obviously check me out Soft by Bez in all the places. softbybez.com/streams if you want to know what I'm generally up to. Share, spread the word. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching along. And that's basically the end. So the only thing left to say is bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye, everyone.